As far as the betting is concerned, nothing else has really given a chance. Southeastern Star over the page and Talato True are both at reasonable odds with about $15, about number 11. $475,000 in the win pool. That's almost $500,000, Tim, for this race for the ladies, the Argyle Diamond Oaks.
And they deserve it. I'm in the mounting yard now, and we'll start off with the one that is very popular here and that most of us have selected, number 1, Richfield Lady. Well, she's clean swept the fillies races so far. She won the Edward Manifold here at Flemington, then came out and won the 1,000 Guineas at Caulfield and overcame difficulties, and then she won the Wakeful. She only beat Yodels by a head, but under the set weights conditions, she drops 1.5 kilos. Yodels carries the same weight. So on the weights, it's pretty hard to see Yodels or anything else beating Richfield Lady home, I'd say, Graham.
Yes, I think so. And in the Wakeful on Saturday, she did cover a lot of extra ground, Peter, so it was a great effort in the circumstances with 57 kilos. 2 Yodels certainly must have a chance, so she fought back very strongly in the Wakeful, only just beaten, and in fact passing us, it looked as though she was going to win, but the class of Richfield Lady just stole in those last 80 or 90 metres. Before that, Yodels had run a good third in the Oaks trial over 2,200 metres down at Geelong, so there's no doubt she'll run the distance. And from barrier 2, Mick Dittman is sure to allow her every possible chance.
Great form line for number 3, Lady Purpose, trained by Lee Friedman, ridden by Darren Beedman, this long leggy filly who gave the potential of being anything when she was a 2-year-old until she got involved in a mishap in the Blue Diamond and then her form went astray. She's now wearing pacifiers though, and if you go back to her run 2 starts ago, well, it's pretty hard to go past her in this because she beat Star of the Realm. Star of the Realm has subsequently come out and won the Victoria Derby on Saturday, so Lady Purpose, an excellent chance on that. She failed in the Wakeful, but you can forgive them one bad run. She's a definite chance.
4 is Dance Floor Doll with Stephen King, who already has the Hong Kong back Victoria Derby in the Foster's Melbourne Cup to his credit this week. Dance Floor Doll's at pretty good odds, but I think she's a better chance than those odds would indicate. She ran 3rd in the Wakeful here on Saturday. She was finishing on quite strongly. Before that, she'd won the Crown Lager at Moonee Valley. She will run the 2,500 metres. I don't have any doubts about that, and I'm sure she'll run well.
The grey filly, number 5, High Precious, is to be ridden by Darren Gauchi. Her runs haven't been all that flash on paper, but she hasn't been that far away. She finished 5th in the 1,000 Guineas behind Richfield Lady, only beaten 2.5 lengths. Then she went to Moonee Valley. She had no luck at all in the race won by Dance Floor Doll. She never saw daylight until about the last 100 metres. And then she came here to Flemington last Saturday and finished 6 lengths from Richfield Lady in the Wakeful. I think she's a place chance, but again, very hard to see her beating the number 1 Saddlecloth.
6 Royal Magic with Lance O'Sullivan aboard, 1 for the trifecta. She's only had 7 starts for 3 wins. She was having her first outing in Australia when she won the Geelong Oaks trial 10 days ago. That was quite a good effort. She beat My Heart's Delight, and quite a good feel in the Geelong Oaks, although a lot of the other runners had their chances ruined by interference.
Graham, looking at number 7, India's Dream, I couldn't help thinking of about this time 2 years ago when we saw one trained by Bart Cummings and it had the green and gold blinkers on. She was a grey filly. Her name was Tristanar, and this one in appearance is not unlike Tristanar, although she's probably a wee bit smaller. She's only a tiny filly, this one, India's Dream, but her run on Saturday was excellent. She stormed home behind Richfield Lady, and well, Bart got the big Quinella on Tuesday. I wonder if he could do it again in the Oaks.
Yes, he'll certainly be going for it. Number 8 is Relaxing Racing, a winner over at 2,000 metres, at Canterbury 2 starts back, and then 9th in the Geelong Oaks trial, but she was one of the fillies to suffer interference down at Geelong. But then again, I think it would be quite a surprise if she happened to win this race.
Number 9 is Southeastern Star. Harry White takes the ride, and it's round about probably 50 to 1 on the tote, and there's a bit of an outside tip about this Southeastern Star. Finished 10th in the Oaks trial, but prior to that, pretty good 4th behind Richfield Lady here in the Edward Manifold. That was back on the 5th of October, so it was a month ago. They reckon this has got a chance at odds, Southeastern Star.
Number 10 is Lady Bacon with Wayne Trelaw in the saddle. Had 16 starts for 4 seconds and 3/3. I doubt if she's going to break through for a win in this race. She could only finish 14th in the Wakeful on Saturday. She was beaten nearly 12 lengths on that occasion, and I would feel the class is beyond her.
11 is Talato True with Michael Clark in the saddle. She looks well, this filly, but she's stepping up a lot in class here. A winner at Geelong 3 runs ago, then she went to Ararat and ran a place and ran 4th in the Oaks trial, which wasn't a bad run, less than 2 lengths from the winner, Royal Magic. And Michael Clark will have her in a handy position. She's round about 30 to 1 and probably has the task ahead.
12 Talent Lover with Brian York in the saddle is one of the outsiders of the race. Her only win from 12 starts was a 1,500 metre race down at Mornington. She was only 10th in the Wakeful on Saturday. It's hard to see her figuring in the finish.
You couldn't get enthusiastic about the prospects of number 13 Mexican Rose, round about the 80-1 mark on the tote. Her form was a 7th here in the Wakeful. Prior to that, 11th in the Oaks Trial. Prior to that, 5th in the Thoroughbred Club at Caulfield. I don't think so.
14 Celestial Symphony has Peter Hutchison in the saddle. 1 win from 8 starts, 7th in the Geelong Oaks Trial. I notice she's sweating up. It's very hard to see her figuring in the finish. I think she's at her right odds.
Well, Graham, the more I look at it, the more I think Richfield Lady is probably a fair thing.
Yes, certainly does look that way, Peter, and I think probably 7 India's Dream for the Bart Cummings Quinella.
So, the classic race for the fillies, this will add hundreds of thousands of dollars onto their value, really, as far as a breeding proposition is concerned. And also, there's plenty of glory to go with it. The Argyle Diamond Oaks, the big race at Flemington on the 3rd day of the carnival. We'll be back after this break. You're watching Network 10's live and exclusive coverage of the BRC Spring Carnival.
Group 1 Classic Blue Ribbon event for the fillies. Favourite Richfield Lady in barrier 5. The light is on. Racing in the Oaks. Lady Barkham a bit slow to begin. Yodels won the start from High Precious and India's Dream going up on the outside. Talent Lover kicking up on the fence, and Royal Magic's going very fast from a wide alley. Goes up to sit outside the leaders at the winning post the first time. Lady Purpose goes to 4th out of the straight. High Precious was 6th. Richfield Lady is 7th, but over on the inside of Mexican Rose. Southeastern Star 3 deep and Celestial Symphony 4 wide. Then Dance Floor Doll. Second last was Tolado True, and a length and a half away last of all was Relaxing Racing. Well, the pace slackens off as they go to the 2,000 metres point, and Royal Magic leads them now. The Kiwi fillies are half a length in front. Lady Purpose goes to 2nd. Going around them out wide was Celestial Symphony, one of the rank outsiders. Talent Lover 4th, a length away India's Dream 5th and a half to Yodels. Then Southeastern Star, Richfield Lady pocketed on the inside. They were followed by Lady Barkham racing on the inside of Mexican Rose. A length away then a Tolado True, followed by High Precious out 3 deep. A half length away second last Dance Floor Doll, and Relaxing Racing was last of all. Inside the 1,600 metres point, Celestial Symphony in front, led by 2 lengths to Royal Magic, which has now got the box seat. 3rd Lady Purpose, a length away Talent Lover, 1.5 to India's Dream, followed by Yodels. Now Richfield Lady has been able to get off the fence. Southeastern Star still 3 wide. Lady Barkham on the inside, then Mexican Rose, High Precious 3 deep, a length to Tolado True. Dance Floor Doll second last, and 3 lengths away Relaxing Racing. Up the back they go, 1,200 metres to run. Celestial Symphony, the rank outsider in the field, leads the Oaks by a length and a half. Lady Purpose second, Royal Magic third, 3/4 to Talent Lover. A length away on the outside, India's Dream, Yodels the fence, and then Richfield Lady edging closer. A length away, Southeastern Star, followed by Lady Barkham. High Precious goes around them out 3 deep, and then came Mexican Rose, Dance Floor Doll. Tolado True ridden along second last, and 3 lengths away Relaxing Racing. 800 metres left to go on the Argyle Diamond Oaks Stakes, and Lady Purpose has taken over now. Celestial Symphony's given up, running on strongly. High Precious around the outside. Richfield Lady is only 3 lengths off the lead, but being ridden along by Childs. Southeastern Star went up wide as they made the turn. Lady Purpose in front, 5.50 to go. India's Dream went up quickly to second, then High Precious. Richfield Lady running on. Yodels got shuffled back through the pack as they enter the straight, 400 metres to go. And India's Dream has taken the lead from Lady Purpose. A length and a half away, Richfield Lady now knuckling down the favourite, and she loomed up to hit the front from India's Dream, Lady Purpose. Yodels is out and running on strongly from Southeastern Star. Richfield Lady loomed up to hit the front from India's Dream, 200 to go. India's Dream, the grey, and Richfield Lady. Richfield Lady, the outside's just got ahead in front. India's Dream kicking back the inside, but Richfield Lady wins the Oaks. The favourite's done it again, and Bart's got another Quinella. Richfield Lady beat India's Dream, and third Yodels, followed by Dance Floor Doll, Royal Magic, well back Lady Purpose and High Precious, Talent Lover, Celestial Symphony, Southeastern Star, well back Relaxing Racing, Lady Barkham, second last Mexican Rose, and Tolado True has run last. The winner of the Oaks, to the surprise of no one really, is number 1 Richfield Lady, ridden by Greg Childs. Expected should play at 90 cents the win and 65 the place. 7 India's Dream, $1.70, and 2 Yodels third, $1.05, 1, 7 and 2 on the Oaks. Gary.
Well, what a beautiful filly, and what a, lovely ride Greg Childs had on her. She's just simply outstayed the other horses. We might have seen next year's Melbourne Cup winner here today.
Which one?
The winner,
Gee, she's very
Lady.
good.
She just relaxes so well in a race, and just comes along, and what I like about her, when Greg always asks her to find a bit, she's found a bit every time I've seen her.
She's really impressed me today, because at the 600, Greg was just starting to work her along a little bit, and that was right at the point whether she was going to be in the race or not. And she's loomed up at the 400, and then she's had to kick again inside the last 100, and she really found something. She knows how to get to the post, Gary.
She certainly does. Well, here she comes now. They're coming up to the 200-metre mark. The stable-mode Indian's Dream is sort of holding her here, but this is, you know, the mark of a great horse. She just keeps finding for Greg here, and she gradually gets the upper hand. Yodels has ran a very good race again. And Bart, well, what can we say about him, Dan? He's just magic, the way he just keeps getting his horses up on these great days.
He's unbelievable. That's the third consecutive Oaks winner, and the magic man, the genius of Thoroughbred racing training. Bart Cummings is talking to Peter Donegan in the winner's enclosure.
Here's Bart being congratulated by everyone, including his neighbours down here. Well, Bart, 3 Oaks in a row, another Quinella, just keeps coming.
Yeah, it's pretty bit of a surprise, but a thrilling finish, and well, I'm glad the favourite won for the punters anyway.
Wonderful staying performance. She had to pull out everything, but in the last 100 metres, she just kept on whacking away.
Yeah, well, that's true. The other fillies always showed a lot of promise. She's improved a fair bit since coming down here, and she's a very sort of a slow maturing filly, the grey, and she really improved greatly the last couple of weeks, and was a thrilling finish.
Well, Richfield Ladies' performance now, she's the first filly since Chiquita to win all the major races, and that stamps her pretty highly.
Yeah, I suppose the reasons why she keeps winning is she doesn't. She can stay okay, but she's got a great will to win. And given a tight finish, she generally puts her head in front at the right time.
She's also got a great temperament too. We were out here with the cameras yesterday. She stood there like a real little lady. Does that help on big days?
Well, she's a really lovely natured filly and very good temperament, and she just forgets all the crowd around, and like any good jockey, good sportsman, they don't get hepped up or excited too much. And she's certainly a pretty good athlete.
Gary Willetts just said we might have seen next year's Melbourne Cup winner. Is that maybe in the back of your mind as a long-term plan for her?
It's always a possibility if they win the Classics at 3-year-old and they hold together for another 12 months. There's a very good chance they can do. You know, go into open company. You see a lot of 3-year-olds can win in their own age over a mile and a half, and when they become a 4-year-old, very often they drop back to Group 1 standard at over a mile and they can't get the mile and a half. The way this one's bred, I think she probably might achieve the distance as a 4-year-old.
Well, 12 months ago I spoke to you after the Cup on the Oaks. The same again this year, another Quinella. Do you ever get sick of it?
No, I don't actually.
I didn't think you would.
I think it's a great relief.
Good on you, Bart. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bart Cummings, the winning trainer. Another Quinella to the master. The numbers 1, 7 and 2. Richfield Lady first, India's Dream second, a mighty game effort by Yodels third. That's the Argyle Diamond Oaks. We'll be back for the presentation to the connections and all the information on the big race after this.
Welcome back to Flemington on Oaks Day, Ladies' Day. And it just keeps happening. The favourites keep winning, giving the bookies a hiding. But they're all champion horses. They really are. We're seeing some fine performances. We're after correct weight from Mr. Lawler. I think we have it. So let's go to Dan Malecki and see what sort of money you've made.
Yep, let's have a look at the dividends, Tim, on the Argyle Diamond Oaks Stakes. And these are the dividends all across Australia. 172 Richfield Lady, 90 cents the win, 65 a place. 7 India's Dream, $1.70. 2 Yodels, 105. Quinella, 440. And the trifecta, $43.75. 1, 7 and 2. Correct weight, 1, 7 and 2. And for people punting at home, there'll only be 2 place dividends, and that'll be for first and second. So if your horse runs third, you won't collect on it. But it's the same as the race 4, 1400 metre start. Barriers won't be to any disadvantage at all because there's only such a small field. Street Ruffian, 425 and 105. Vain Sovereign, 690 and 205. Samaria, the outsider, 30-20 and 515. Joanne, very short, 60 and 50. Wraparound, 440 and 130. And Noble Lancer, 1565 and $3.50. And most people think Joanne is pretty much a good thing, but there could be a slight query, Pete, with 1400. She's had one try at it. She did run second.
Yes, that was in the Surround Stakes, Dan. I think it was only about her 5th start in a race. So
Wrap Around and Street Ruffian are going to be the last two to link up. Wrap Around's ready, the filly. And the last one to link up is Noble Lancer. And we're just about set for a start for the Linlithgow Stakes, run at weight for age, Group 2, 1400 metres. Noble Lancer a bit edgy in barrier number 1. Can go pretty quickly early though. Lights on and they're off and racing. Samaria just a little bit slow into stride. The first out was Noble Lancer from Joanne, and Street Ruffian out wider with Wrap Around, a length and a half to Vain Sovereign settling 5th, and a half away Samaria last of all. Noble Lancer is going to lead after 200 metres, a half a length in front of Street Ruffian. A length away Wrap Around, followed by Joanne. Vain Sovereign goes up to put her in a pocket, and a length away last of all was Samaria. About 1,000 metres left to travel. Noble Lancer's a length in front of Street Ruffian, 2 away Wrap Around, Joanne 4th, then Vain Sovereign, and Samaria sneaking up along the inside. 800 metres left to travel in the Linlithgow Stakes, and Noble Lancer 3/4 of a length in front of Street Ruffian. 2 lengths away Wrap Around. Samaria's got up along the inside. Joanne second last, and a length and a half to Vain Sovereign last, about 5 lengths off the lead. Up to the turn with about 650 metres to go. Noble Lancer 3/4 of a length in front. Street Ruffian sitting second, 2 lengths away Samaria. Then Wrap Around, followed by Joanne, and Vain Sovereign about to be taken to the outside. They're really sprinting at the 500 metres point. Noble Lancer a half in front of Street Ruffian. A length and a half away Wrap Around. Now Joanne called on, and Vain Sovereign starting to run on strongly from Samaria. 300 metres to go. Wrap Around loomed up on the outside of Street Ruffian. 2 lengths away Vain Sovereign, followed by Joanne under the whip. Wrap Around going up on the outside, hit the lead. Vain Sovereign running on strongly. Wrap Around's a length and a half in front. Vain Sovereign trying hard from Street Ruffian, but Wrap Around's going to win the Linlithgow by a length and a half. Tight for second and third. Maybe Vain Sovereign a nose in front of Street Ruffian. Joanne run fourth, a couple of lengths away Noble Lancer, and tailed off with Samaria. Bit of an upset. Number 5 Wrap Around, Michael Clark first. But I must say here, Gary, they went quick enough, but they got quicker when they went down the home straight. Why would you be that far back on Joanne?
Well, it looked like Mick was trying to get Joanne to settle to me. About the 1,000 metres, I noticed that he was having trouble getting her. She was just inclined to get her head up a little bit, and he really didn't have much option. He was trying to stay there, and when he did come out, well, he was going to get shoved 3 and 4 wide. But to me, Wrap Around was never going to lose this race. It travelled beautiful all the way, but Vain Sovereign has certainly got home very well, so he settled where Joanne just didn't.
It's 5-2-1 Wrap Around, $3.95 the place. 2 Vain Sovereign, $1.20. Street Ruffian, no third dividend. The Quinella paid $10.05. The double paid $11.60. At this stage, we have no trifecta on 5-2-1. So 5-2-1 with correct weight on race 6. Margins were a length and a half by a half head. The odds-on favourite Joanne missed the place by running 4th, and Tim Noble Lancer ran 5th, and while we're there, Samaria, number 3, runs 6th.
Yes, in fact, Dan, Joanne actually never looked like winning the race, did she?
No, she never did. As I said before, there was a query about the 1,400 metres, and I think the way she was ridden, that might have been in the back of Mick Dittman's mind, because she failed to be in the race at any stage, especially being so short. She wouldn't have given any back a run for her money virtually. She was never in it. Disappointing.
Yes, she was disappointing indeed, but that's not to take it away from the winner. It was a great run.
Certainly was.
Been a shower of rain. We hope it's only a shower of rain. There's little patches of blue sky in behind where the showers have come from, but it was pandemonium here for a minute with hats flying all over the place. But we do hope you're enjoying our coverage of the Spring Racing Carnival. It was focused, of course, on the 1991 Foster's Melbourne Cup, but on Sunday, another race reflecting our history took place in the snowy mountains at Mansfield, Morrison's Mountain Race. It runs over 2,200 metres of rough mountain terrain, and it takes a pretty special type of rider and horse to cover the treacherous course.
Each year, on the Sunday preceding the Melbourne Cup, several thousand people gather in a bush clearing in the foothills of the Great Dividing Range to witness a horse race they consider more important and exciting than the Cup. The race is the Great Mountain Race of Victoria, a rugged bush race which attracts competitors from across Australia eager to compete for the nation's most prestigious bush racing crown. The race is the feature event of the annual Mansfield Mountain Country Festival, which is held in the 5 days leading up to the Melbourne Cup. The festival finds its origins in the region's culture, history and lifestyle, and was spawned by the filming of The Man from Snowy River on location in Mansfield in the early 1980s. The race was inspired by local horsemen who rode like fury and captured the hearts and imaginations of the record numbers who saw the film throughout the world. In fact, it was these local horsemen who trained the horses and taught the stars how to ride. The Mansfield Mountain Country Festival is a showcase of the Mansfield lifestyle, from the rugged pioneering traditions of the high country to the wealth of creative talent within the community. Now in its 9th year, the Great Mountain Race continues to be the draw card which forms the focus for this annual bush pilgrimage, where hundreds of vehicles, many drawing horse floats, follow a narrow, winding dirt track to Sheepyard Flat, a natural amphitheatre on the banks of the Hauqua River. The race follows a challenging course which involves both rider and horse negotiating log jumps, swimming the Hauqua River and following narrow tracks up steep inclines and down heavily wooded bush tracks. It's not usually the fastest horse that wins. Results over the past 8 years have demonstrated that it takes a fit horse with a rider who understands the bush. The race this year was won by Peter Faithful on Bow. Dubbed for many years as the Melbourne Cup of the Bush, the race has now been linked officially with the Melbourne Cup. The 5-day festival has now been incorporated into the Victoria Racing Club's Spring Carnival program.
Yeah, I tell you what, those horses, those stock horses, are no less special than the horses that run around here at Flemington. They're pretty great animals too, and you can see the scene behind me of some pretty dark, heavy clouds, although they appear to be blowing away just a little bit, and the crowd that was scampering for cover have started to wander back towards the mounting yard. So at this stage, it looks like the showers have just gone away, so we can only hope. Got a couple of races to go. Let's preview the next. Here's Pete Donegan.
Thanks, Tim. I was just going to ask you for some sunblock, actually, because the sun's coming out down here again. It looked very threatening there a minute ago. It was starting to rain quite heavily, but it is blowing over. There's a lot of wind down here, so hopefully there isn't another front following. But one piece of bad news, we did hear from Geelong that they were having hailstorms and 80-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh dear.
So let's hope that's not the case and that it might miss us here at Flemington. Anyway, speaking of the country, we just saw the mountain horses there. Well, the Country Cup is coming up. Race number 7 on the card. It's due at 4:20, and Dan Malicki checks the tote update now.
Peter, Universal Ambitions, the top plate at $4. Another feather, $7.65. Durham Rivers, $3.45. Ryder Bend, $12.95. Cossack Ruler, $9.30. Varo's Last, $2.85. 7 is Go Willingly, $14.15. 8 Shallow River, $7.20. 9 Our Sacrosanct, $5.05. Number 10 is Silver Shark, $16.15, the Darwin Cup winner of this year. 11 High Armour, $35.05. 12 Thalera, $4.10. 13 Tremor Bay, $9.85. 14 Final Spirit, $19.30. 15 Spirit Razor, $10.85. 16 Century Magic, $15.75. Number 17 is Molson, $22.05. $15.60 about number 16, which of course is Century Magic. Down at the bottom, 18 rather the Curra, and over the page the two scratchings are 19 and 20, Boldo Pake and Clement for race number 7, the Country Cup, at 20 minutes after 4.
Well, there you go.
And show you the radar screen. Now that very large patches of blue away to the west, heading this way near Geelong, unfortunately, my friends, is the rain. So it looks like it might be heading this way, but we could be lucky. We could be lucky, but as I speak, there's some more grey, ugly-looking cloud floating over. But the Country Cup is next. We hope we can get these next 2 races out of the way before the rain really does tumble down, if it's going to. But Yasmin is out and about in the car park where, I assure you, there's plenty of action.
Yes, thanks, Tim. And as you can see, there's all sorts of ways to have a picnic in the members' car park. And we've found a group of people that are well and truly doing it in style. Now, these guys, they've got themselves a barbecue set up, and there's plenty of champagne. This is actually the spot for the Laurent Perrier champagne people. And so there's plenty of French champers pouring. and not a drop is going wasted, as you can see. But plenty of fashions. This is obviously also one of the most popular tents. Lots of people are coming in here all day, and the fashions are still just as good. There's hats, there's pretty outfits, and all in all, a good day is being had by everyone. And back to you in the studio, Tim. I'll see if I can find anyone else for you.
7, and there's the diagram of where they'll start over on the far side of the 1,600 metres beside the river, and after about 200 metres all the way on a turn down to the 450 metre mark here for the Country Cup. And having known that, all we have to do now is find the winner, and if you do, this is what you'll get.
Yes, Jenny Morris, we hope there's a break in the weather, but it doesn't look good, I can tell you. The banking cloud behind us, we only want it to stay off for another hour or so, and we'll all be happy that they're on their way to the barrier stalls for the Country Cup here. Again, Peter Donkin.
You're going to hear a lot more about this boy. He shows a great lot of promise. He's with Frankie King, who's produced Stan Aiken, Dale Short and Darren Gauchi.
Yeah, the field just about set to go. Country Cup race 7 at Flemington. Light is on. Starter lets them go. Another feather over on the inside was one of the first to break the line. Getting away smartly was Shallow River, being ridden up towards the lead. Then Final Spirit, Durham Rivers, Rider Ben, Silver Shark, the Lyra. Going through was Century Magic. Around them out wider was Molson. Then came the Curragh, which wants to hang a little bit early. Cossack Ruler going around it. The Curragh got checked again. Universal Ambition, Varo's last but wider, followed by Tremor Bay, Go Willingly. Getting back a little bit in the early stages of the race was High Armour. It goes back to second last, and Spirit Razor outside it. 12 lengths would cover up first from last. Another feather just leads, but the speed is on. Durham Rivers cruises up on the outside to take it on, and 1,000 metres to go. Durham Rivers crosses, leads a length to another feather, a half to Shallow River. Molson 3 wide. A length away over on the inside was Final Spirit, followed by Rider Ben, Cossack Ruler very deep. So too was Varo's last, and Thalira just behind them from Century Magic, and then came Silver Shark. Needing a run was Tremor Bay. Going around them wider was Go Willingly as they run to the home turn. And well back in the field was the Curragh, Universal Ambition and High Armour. 550 metres to go on the Country Cup, and Durham Rivers leads narrowly. Another feather second, a length away third, Molson. Cossack Ruler wide running on. They were followed by Rider Ben in need of a run. Further out, Varo's last, and Thalira getting into the clear. Down the outside was Spirit Razor, followed by Silver Shark, Universal Ambition. Cossack Ruler, 300 metres to go, was kicked away, but Varo's last is starting to wear it down. Over on the outside, Spirit Razor getting up on the fence from Moore Bay, and then Silver Shark, Thalira. Cossack Ruler in front, Spirit Razor wearing it down with Varo's last. Tremor Bay getting up along the inside. Tremor Bay goes to Spirit Razor. Tremor Bay, Spirit Razor, it's tight. Maybe Spirit Razor a nose to Tremor Bay and Cossack Ruler. Then came Varo's last and Century Magic. High Armour wide out from Silver Shark, Rider Ben. Then Go Willingly, and then came Final Spirit, Durham Rivers, another feather. Well back, Thalira, the Curragh. Universal Ambition, our sacrosanct, well back in the field with Molson, and towards the tail was Shallow River. Gee, this is a real close one. 1:37.1 the time. Tremor Bay has been able to get right up along the inside, and full credit to the jockey Wayne Davis, because this horse drew barrier 20, the extreme outside barrier, Gary.
A tremendous run.
And he's got up along the inside, but
I think the one on the outside, Spirit Razor, might have just got his nod in at the right time.
Just nutted him, but it is a bob of the head, and it's very close. 15 is the winner, Spirit Razor. Number 15 has got the money, Spirit Razor narrowly, in a great finish. Wasn't it a ripping finish?
Tremendous. There you can see them coming up the straight. There's 5 of them there, you know, or 4 of them now, right across the line.
In around Australia for race 7, the Country Cup. Spirit Razor $11 even and $3.35. Tremor Bay $2.20. Cossack Ruler $3. Quinella $92.75. The trifecta $3,756.60. 15, 13 and 5.
Goodness me.
Anyway.
No, I'm sure you won't.
15.60 Anne of Stratford, 10.85 Benbara Queen, 10.50 Gale Force, 3.50 about number 5 Painted Blue, 7.25 Be Quiet. Oh Pretty Woman, 4.85. It's obviously the omen tip for the day, number 7 Oh Pretty Woman. 8 So Surprising, 3.65. 9 Happy Sailing, 3.50. 10 Pusan, 7.65. 11 Seasoning, 4.55. 12 A to Z, 9.05. 13 Gondo Bell, 15.70. 12.75 for number 14 Reform Princess. 16 Indian Idol, 7.35. 17 Bosin, 22.10. And 18 is Allure, $7.40. 2 scratchings in the last, 2 Industrial Diamond, and 15 Val de Grace, Peter.
Well, the other Omen tip, Dan, could be so surprising because it's very surprising not only that Crackers has managed to win, but he hasn't had his fan club down there with him today. Crackers, where are they?
Pelting down now, so that'll make the Maybe Mahal handicap a very interesting proposition indeed. And shelter is being sought under anything you can find. But some don't